So this morning, as we look upon the beauty of the land of Ko'olaupopo and Ko'olauloa, we're going to take this opportunity to grieve. Time for you to memorialize your coaches, to know where you came from, to know where you're going, to be inspired by your coaches, and to uokala. And uokala is to release all your burdens. Keep only what is good, keep only what is tono, so that you can go on with your life. We'll take our lays and an offering to your coaches and their spirit, so that we can look at all the fond memories that you have, that you get to carry with them.
You know, we're basically from the northeast part of Oahu. That's our geographical area of Kahuku High School. We're considered the country. So it's real laid back, not too many things to do out here. You have the mountains and the ocean. That's about it. And then you have Kahuku football.
Kahuku's fan base is #1 overall over anything, over any sport in the nation.
One thing that the Rivalry Nation does is they line up all throughout towns on their way to our football games. Makes you think this is the reason why you want to play football.
A big thing for all of us as kids was going to the Kahuku games on Friday. Just imagining yourself one day putting on that Red Raider jersey.
Kids, they're dreaming of becoming the next Kahuku great, not the next NFL great.
Everywhere you go, you're gonna see Kahuku flags and you feel special because that's the team who you play for.
The Red Raiders are one of the most important things in this community, but we're a big family.
I tell my team we're consequently the heartbeat of this side of the island, that how the Kahuku football team goes, the community goes.
I think most people, when they think of Hawaii, they think this is just paradise. What an amazing place for people to call home. And that's true. We do live in a paradise. You live in one of the most beautiful stretches of beaches in the world. But living here, as opposed to visiting here, is totally different.
Kahuku football players come to be part of something great, to be part of a brotherhood, but also the opportunity to hopefully get a scholarship. You know, a lot of our families here are less fortunate.
For the families that live here, it's not uncommon to find multiple families living in one home. It's not uncommon to have people with multiple jobs, and you work these jobs to survive. You don't sleep much when you live in Hawaii because you're working to put food on the table.
A lot of these families, they came from other Polynesian islands. They were broke. They didn't have any money. They went on faith. So their grandkids and great-grandkids could have a better future from what they had on those other islands.
There's legacies of Samoan, Tongan, Fijian, Maori, Tahitian families who have traveled from all over the Pacific and have been here for generations as well.
Football is so ingrained within the Polynesian culture because as part of a team, right, like you really feel like you're a family. Well, culturally, the Polynesians are so focused on doing well by their family. You might not be blood related, but that's just how we were raised.
Primarily, the top public school has been Kahuku, and the top private school is St. Louis High School.
For Hawaii high school football, this is our Yankees Red Sox. This is our Celtics Lakers. This is our Bears Packers.
I grew up in an era where for 14 years, St. Louis held the crown.
St. Louis dominated the series, and just recently they went 4 straight. St. Louis High School has a lot of resources, and being a private school, they can recruit statewide.
St. Louis and Kahuku have always been kind of head-to-head. There's a love and there's a hate to it, right?
Mariota's gonna keep it, and he's got running room. Can they catch him? I don't think so! Touchdown!
I really believe it's some of the best football across the country because there's so much pride and love in it that it's really hard to explain to people that are not within the island.
The football team, they drive the community on how they feel. There's a lot of pressure for these kids to win, and this community expects them to win.
Sad day for the Kahuku football Ohana. Didn't lose a game on the field all season. Perfect 10-0. They suffered their first loss in an office building this afternoon.
This morning, the judge ruled to force Kahuku to forfeit remaining games because of an ineligible player.
Kahuku had already beaten every team in Hawaii. Although everybody knew that they were the best team. They were disqualified that year and were not allowed to compete in the state championship.
We did all we could, and there's nothing else to it. At least we fought to the end.
It devastates people because for this young man, this is going to be one of the highlights of his life. To win a state championship and then to have it ripped away from you.
Well, it has been a devastating month for Kahuku High School. First, the undefeated football team was disqualified from the OIA championships because of an ineligible player. And then today, the unthinkable.
Friends say 17-year-old Keone Tafuna, Didi to them, was found dead in his family's garage this morning.
We had a couple of young boys who took their lives, and it really hurt everybody. And one of my good friends who was an assistant coach said, "Seamus, could you help us with the Haka?" There are literally thousands of Haka. So I decided that I would compose one, I would write one. I could help put together something that is uniquely ours. And so all of that emotion that's in the community comes out when you're writing or composing a Haka about your history. Haka is a performance of the Maori people and has been done anciently by my people for over 1,000 years. Haka, the word, has been interpreted by many as ha, breath of life, ka can mean to ignite. Often Haka was done with ferocity. It was done in training to unify war parties, but it was a very important vehicle as well for recording history. Around 2001, Kahuku was the first football team to perform Haka. Behind this haka is really a story of mana.
Well, the mana is that basic spirit within you.
The land has mana, the trees, the animals, the ocean. But probably one of the ultimate carriers of mana is people.
Mana is like strength or power.
Basically that warrior spirit.
There's a lot of spirit in this community. So I would just say that there's a lot of mana.
It's all around us, and you can use it to your advantage. I can't explain it. There's just that feeling when you go to the Kahuku games. There's a feeling like, oh, we're untouchable. We have that mana.
Having the 2020 football season canceled because of the COVID-19 virus, a lot of our players had nothing to do. They had something taken away from them that they cherished. So at the start of last season, we had a whole bunch of players who felt we didn't have something for so long, and now we're gonna make sure we take full advantage of it.
Last season, the one the kids looked up to or pretty much loved is this guy right here, is Coach Matt Funga.
Oh, Coach Matt, he was like that uncle you never had, almost like a father figure.
I could come to him with any problem, and he would help me with whatever I needed. He helped me on and off the football field.
He came to a couple of the practices, and then he caught COVID, and yeah, he stopped coming. We felt like he would be back, like in no time. All the boys would be texting him on the side like, yo, coach, when you coming back? He's like, no worries, I'm coming back soon. No worries, just work hard.
So we knew that Coach Matt had been in and out of the hospital.
And he was trying to fight it off, and it ended up taking his life.
Today we start off with some unfortunate news. Former Hawaii defensive lineman and Kahuku defensive line coach Matt Funga has passed away due to complications from COVID-19.
So we took a lot of hits last season. We lost a lot of family members.
We lost Coach Maui to the same virus, complications that he fought with. And then Coach David Mahi, we lost. They say when you lose these men, you lose family.
When Coach Matt passed, that day I couldn't even process what was going on. I just thought of, why did he have to go right now?
Words can't express the void he left within our community and amongst our players.
We all felt grief for him and his family, and just knowing that I'm not gonna have his laugh and his funny jokes at practice. And it hit me hard unexpectedly.
Coming into the next week after he passed away, Coach Sola took over the D-line. If you know Coach Sola, he's exactly like Coach Matt, like they're brothers. Those two are brothers. So, you know, with Coach Sola coaching us on the D-line, you could feel Coach Matt's presence there. It was sad that he went, but we dedicated our season to him, along with the other two coaches that passed away.
Welcome to the First Hawaiian Bank Division I Open Championship. Kahuku taking on St. Louis. It is a matchup essentially 2 years in the making for the Division I Open crown.
Highly anticipated. The atmosphere, it is electric.
Oh, it was intense. Everybody's locked in. Like, this is the dream team to end the St. Louis streak.
St. Louis has never, ever, ever lost a D1 Open tournament game.
There was already people lined up going from Kahuku to Hola, Laie. You just look out and see those little kids cheer you on. It's like a feeling of greatness, I would explain it.
I was feeling nervous from previously losing to them, but very confident.
Going into that game as a staff, as a team, honestly, we already knew who was going to win the game.
Here comes the pressure, and he's dropped down on the left foul. Kaluna, touchdown.
Everything bounced our ways. Ball was on the field. It came in our hands.
Oh man, they stole it back. Oh, Leonga Lefau got underneath it. Monaterangi had to pick up the football and the space opened.
Our O-line was opening holes that they didn't open throughout the season. Coach Dave was amongst them, blowing those holes open. Our running back ran possessed, like Coach Matt was carrying him.
And he's got another touchdown, Kahuku. Works the stick, it's picked out of the air. Malossi Lefau has got a pick six.
They were the 4-time defending state champions, and to knock off the king of the hill, to do it in a fashion that we did, is not just beat them, we mercy ruled them. We won by 35 points and capped off a perfect undefeated season.
The time is up, and the title is coming back home.
All you've ever wanted as a kid from the North Shores to play for Kahuku football and win a state championship.
I just wish my brother was here, Coach Matt, to see it, but at the same time, he has the best seat in the house.
I went and grabbed his ashes. That was the first thing I did. I grabbed it, made sure I never let it go.
Love you, Coach Matt. This one's for you, baby. All love, Tati Jeanette, baby.
Just be able to show him in front of everybody. I felt like we did it for him.
Congratulations, Sterling Carvalho. He is a champ, and so is Kahuku.
They grab and they pull. We will take those that are struggling and we'll keep them close to us. And they point to the heavens. When our coaches, friends and family pass on, their mana stays here. It's in the boys that they've coached, their families and their children. That's mana.